All right, welcome everybody. It is the show live, and we are back again today. Week, we are almost through the week, people. It is Wednesday. I hope everybody's having a great time today. And I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about something that it can be a little confusing, and that's why we do the show. We're here to educate you guys. And today, what I wanted to go over is basically the difference between CBD oil extracted from cannabis versus hemp oil. Because I know if you go online, there's a bunch of different things with hemp oil and regular CBD oil. So what is the difference between those two? And I'm going to talk about that. But before we get started today, I wanted to go over and make sure that you guys, and I say it every show, that you guys are following us on Facebook, on Instagram, YouTube, and wherever you guys listen to podcasts. All right. Now, if you take a screenshot that you're following us, we're going to go ahead. You come into the Kissimmee location where I am at right now. Okay. Green Relief. All right. You get yourself a t-shirt, get set up on some representation of the best and the greatest recommendation office in the state of Florida. Okay. Now we're coming at you. We're every single day. We're trying to educate you guys, and we want to get the word out. So if you guys have a question on Facebook or Instagram or YouTube, go ahead and leave us a comment, a like, a share. Let us know what you like, what you don't like. And if you have any questions, please, that's what I'm here for. So I'm flying solo again this week because Bill Dozer, hello, how we doing, Bill? I'm flying solo today and tomorrow because Carrie is actually out of town. He'll be back on Monday. So we'll be able to get his insight and his rants, and I love it. So we will be back as a duo next week. But back to the topic at hand. What I want to talk to you guys again about today is the difference between the oil extracted from hemp and cannabis. Okay, well, specifically marijuana. Okay, now when you start looking at this, you have to realize that there's a difference between the two, obviously, but they both fall under the category of cannabis. Okay, so cannabis is the actual family of the plant. Okay, so when you break down, you've got your family, your category up top here, and when you break that down, it splits into hemp, and then you have the marijuana. Okay, so the hemp is basically just a plant that is derived, and it's been bred over time to be more of a industrial textile plant. There's a lot of health and food benefits to hemp. You do have the hemp oil, and I'll get into like what they do to get that extracted from the plant. But it's totally different from the marijuana plant. Okay, because the marijuana plant has more THC in it. It's been bred, it's been used as an indica and sativa for a multitude of different things. Okay, now we've talked about indica and sativa. All right, now your indica is more of a body high. That will have a little bit more CBD in there. And you can get stronger strains of indicas, which is going to basically put you on the couch, maybe give you a little bit of munchies. But again, your sativa is more from the neck up. That's more of an uplifting high. Okay, so the hemp is not used for any kind of recreational or really medicinal, much of anything. Okay, because the hemp, again, it's broken down into into rope, into paper, into health products. I mean, there's hemp-based protein powder now. You don't have that with the cannabis the marijuana plant. Okay, now both basically. The amount of CBD found in hemp oil is definitely not the same as from the marijuana. Okay, because when you start looking at it, and I've got all my notes here, so if I'm looking back and forth, please forgive me, but there's just a lot of information. I want to make sure I get it right, and I'm telling you guys the right information. Okay, so because you have those two different plants, there's a different amount of CBD and THC in those. Okay, so with your marijuana plant, you're obviously going to have a lot more THC, and anything over 0.3%, so that's 0.3% THC, is not considered CBD oil. Well, it'll have CBD in it, but because of federal regulations in the United States, you're not allowed to sell that yet. Okay, because of federal regulations, it is still technically illegal. THC and marijuana is federally illegal. Excuse me. So That means anything over 0.3%, so 0.3%, which is a tiny amount of THC, is technically not legal. You would need your medical marijuana card, or if you're in California, Colorado, Washington State, Oregon, those places where it is legal, then that's okay. But for places like in Florida, you have to watch what you're getting, okay? And I know I've talked to some people recently that have said, I'm confused, hemp oil and then there's CBD oil, and it's basically just